Hello! Well, I thought I'd do a little update vlog, a little what we're up to, and this weekend I am going for an exciting weekend in Milton Keynes with a vintage caravan. Yes, I've got Gulliver on the back. Unfortunately, and this is the point where I'm going to lose probably more than half the audience already, Dougal is not with me.
What?
No, Dougal is with my mum and her bonkers dog Bradley. So he's probably beating up Bradley as we speak. But yes, Dougal is with my mum because I'm actually, bigger picture, I'm on my way to the NEC, to the Motorhome and Caravan Show for the week. And obviously it's not fair on Dougal. The NEC will not allow dogs into exhibitions, unlike civilized places like Messe Düsseldorf. Except, of course, when it's going to make the money, like Crufts. But if it's not going to make the money, then they don't allow dogs, because that would be terrible. But if it is going to make the money, then they let dogs in. Moving on. So yes, I'm on my way to Milton Keynes. It's Friday. Pretty grotty weather. I haven't actually booked a site. I'm a little bit out of the loop. I was hoping to go and stay at Gulliver's, which I thought was camping and caravanning club, but I can't book it through the club. It takes you to their own website, and it's not mobile friendly. The website, so looks a bit spendy as well. But anyway, so there we are. We're off on an exciting weekend to Milton Keynes. Oh, I didn't say why I'm going to Milton Keynes, and that is because there is a model railway show there this weekend, and I fancy going, and it's kind of on the way to Birmingham, so that's it really. Anyway, oh, I see. Do I put in over there? Where do I park? Where do I go? Oh dear. Right, here we are, and let's see if they've got room for us. More importantly, how much it's going to be. Right, so we've just hit an uncomfortable reality with this wonderful free lifestyle I lead. And that is 2 nights here, off season, 1 person, little caravan, £50. Not going to happen. Last night at Longleat Caravan and Motorhome Club site, it was £11.85 for 1 night. Mains hookup, hard standing, lovely shower block, £11.85. Here they want £25 for 1 night. Not going to happen. So now I'm on the Caravan Motorhome Club app. Right, well, the original title of this vlog was to be about a weekend in Milton Keynes, and it is no longer going to be a weekend in Milton Keynes, because number one, I just can't. It's not that I object to paying £25 a night, it's the fact I object to paying £25 per night in October for 1 person. So right now I think I'm just going to head up to Chapel Lane Caravan and Motorhome Club site, because it is about half the price. I looked for a CL closer, and this is what I wanted to talk about now. It's something to bear in mind if you are thinking of getting a basic vintage caravan like my Glynis. Oh, what a lovely day. Well, this is exciting. This does not look like the M1. So as we take a magical mystery tour of the back roads of Toaster, whatever, I just thought I'd tell you about, if you have yourself a vintage caravan or a basic caravan, maybe basic trailer 10, something like that, without flued gas heating and without a washroom. So what I really need from a campsite right now that we're entering the colder weather, and wetter weather, there are three things that I need. I need a hard standing pitch, I need an electric hookup, and I need a site with a shower block. So of course that has now ruled out a lot of the certificated sites, certificated locations, because a lot of them don't have all three. I now need to use proper caravan sites with hard standings, hookups and shower blocks. I absolutely adore Glynis, but just be aware that having a fun caravan like this does come with limitations. Oh, here we are, Chapel Lane Caravan and Motorhome Club site. As the great goddess herself, Kylie Minogue, says, especially when that devil's half the price. Yum, 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 yum. That was a really good breakfast there. Porridge with some chopped apples, some sultanas, a bit of peanut butter to give it some oomph, and a bit of juice, and that set me up for the day. I've made my coffee. I've got my coffee in my little thermal mug there to take with us because we're going out today. But before we do, I just wanted to talk a little bit about yesterday and all that to do and hoo-ha going to and from Milton Keynes, when we could have really just come straight to Birmingham, which kind of was my plan anyway. But then I found out about this great electric train show in Milton Keynes and I looked into going there. And you may be asking yourselves, why didn't you just book? Well, I actually did look at booking, and on the phone the website for booking Gullivers was just too difficult to use, and I thought, well, I'll try and do it on the hoof anyway, because so much of our lives is planned. There's so much in the diary. I mean, next week we got the Motorhome and Caravan Show at the NEC, and that is actually set in stone in my diary. So much of our lives is planned. I do like to do something spontaneity on the hoof and see what happens. Now, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and what I wanted really to tell you, what to show you, is that with freedom and spontaneity, it's not always plain sailing, it's not always skipping into the sunset, because as you can see, freedom and spontaneity. Let's go to Milton Keynes, let's go to the electric train show. We could have done, if I wanted to stay on a site that was £50 for 2 nights, and it's not that I object to paying that kind of money, it's I do object to paying that kind of money for when I don't feel I'm getting good value for money. And here at Chapel Lane it's £30 for 2 nights, which is a huge difference, and I feel this is probably a more superior site anyway. Also, on another level, because so much of life is planned, I do like to do some things unplanned, because that actually relieves the pressure in some ways. So even though I had the stress of not going into the campsite, the stress of all that traffic and all this, I didn't have the stress of having to satisfy a booking when I got to the site and say I didn't like the site or something like that, or say I didn't get there on time. I could have stopped somewhere else. So there is an element of less stress without booking, but of course, as you saw from yesterday, that doesn't always work. But I do like to sometimes just let myself off the hook, see what happens. But as I said, being spontaneous and not having bookings and being free actually does come with a bit of a penalty at times, as you've seen. And now I've come here and I found out there's a model railway show just the other side of Birmingham. It's really easy to get to. All I've got to do is get the train. So what I'm going to do is show you how to get from
Chapel Lane Caravan and Motorhome Club site into Birmingham by train. There's a park and ride station a couple of miles away, about 10 minutes drive, called Whitlocks End, so I'll take you there and we'll get the train through to, I think it's Charwell Heath or Chadley Heath or something, Chadley Heath. So we're going to go to a model railway show there, and when I looked it up online I found out that one of my favourite railway modellers, Chris Nevard, is showing one of his layouts there, Bruce Street. So I'm really looking forward to hopefully meeting Chris Nevard and shaking his hand and telling him what a talented bloke he is. And so it's all good and it's just all falling into place. So even though it didn't go so well yesterday, it's falling into place today. So before we go, I'm just going to give you a little quick tour now of Glynnis and show you just a couple of the little things now, because the weather's getting colder, of what we're doing. So I've got an electric kettle and I have to unplug the heating, and I use that because it's 2 kilowatts, and that's for my hot water. And then I've got this little 700 watt oil radiator that keeps the chill off at night. And then, as you've probably seen in previous videos, I like to keep the rear bed made up. It's just so much easier. So I am still absolutely loving Glynnis, really loving Glynnis. The layout just suits me so well because I have the front for my dining and my working and all that, and just relaxing in the evenings, and then I can just go straight through to bed. The one downside being, of course, there is no shower. I'm looking into camping showers. That's what I'm looking forward to, going to the NEC and having a look at camping shower solutions. And I'm still using the little Halfords cool box for my, instead of a fridge. Got all my shirts and suits all ready for the NEC. So yes, still really loving Glynnis. Anyway, that's enough waffle. Time to show you how to get from Chapel Lane Caravan and Motorhome Club site to Birmingham by train.
Robert, please. So this is Withell Station. This is the closest to Chapel Lane, just here. It's about a 30-minute walk, but there is very limited parking at Withell. So we're heading on to Whitlocks End. Right, Robert, you can carry on. Oh, beautiful autumn colours coming through. I love this time of the year. So here we are. So this is worth noting. There is a height barrier here, 2.15 metres. So that is bad news for motorhomes. Very bad news. But the good news is there's CCTV here, and it is free of charge. We like free. We do like free. Yeah, so here's the car park. Plenty of room on a Saturday. I know it can get busy during the week, and that's bad news for motorhomes, that height barrier, 2.15 metres. Right, also you've got 8 disabled bays there, and then you've got this fantastic slalom. So if you're a wheelchair or a buggy user, it'll be just like Alton Towers. And the ticket machine is here. That is at car park level because the other platform is over the footbridge. So yeah, here's your tickets. Birmingham station's standard off-peak day return is £4.70. Stratford upon Avon, £5.80. Not bad, not bad at all. Oh, maps, maps, maps. I love maps. So we're here, Whitlocks End, into Birmingham.
And there we go, we're off here. Cradley Heath. Excellent. So it's not too bad, it's only a few stops into Birmingham. I do like getting the train.
Welcome to this service for Stourbridge Junction. We are now approaching Old Hill. Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs.
So nice relaxing train journey. I've got off the train here at Old Hill and it's about a 1 mile walk, so about 20 minutes to the Model Railway Show. Be good exercise. Now I'm liking this. Something's telling me this is going to be a very well organised event. Aha! This looks like it might just be the place. Here we go. Oh, that was good. I really enjoyed that. That was a great little show, and it was wonderful to meet my modelling idol, Chris Nevard. I'll leave a link to Chris's channel in the description below, so if you like that kind of thing, do check out some of the layouts he's built. He's just one of the country's top model builders, and he's such a nice guy to talk to. So do check out Chris's stuff if you like that. In the meantime, now we're going to head back to the station, go into Birmingham, get something to eat, and I'll show you around the city.
Birmingham Snow Hill. Please have your tickets ready for the ticket gates to exit the station.
So Snow Hill Station actually brings you out by Birmingham Cathedral. It's not the biggest cathedral I've ever seen, but it's very nice. So opposite the cathedral you saw there was the Ivy restaurant, but I fancy pie. And here we go. This is what they call the mothership. And this is the vegan mothership. It sucks, really. Whoa. Disgusting. Oh well, you can see I didn't enjoy that at all. Another reason I love Birmingham is juxtapositions like this, where you've got the old church here, right next to the uber modern Selfridges building. Right, that's us back at Whitlocks End, back to get the car, off to the supermarket, stock up for the NEC next week, and then back to Glynnis for a well-deserved cup of tea. Oh, cheers. Tea and toast, there's nothing like it. Very good. That was nice. Sliced of toast, and I got a cup of tea in my Herne Bay mug. This was my caravan mug when I was a kid. It's given to me by some caravan friends, Deirdre and her family, Darius and Dorian. So if anyone knows Deirdre from Essex, mother of Darius and Dorian, I'm still using the mug 40 years later. So it's lovely to be back in Glynnis, got the gaslight going, and it's really, really cosy. A quick update as well, a huge thank you to everyone who left a kind comment about the curtains and where I could find some vintage fabrics or retro fabrics. It turns out that I've got in touch with Cameron at the Retro Caravan Club, and they're actually going to commission or print or somehow the original curtain fabric. So I am on the list for that because they need a minimum quantity. So I am absolutely delighted that hopefully soon, once the fabric's been manufactured, that we should have some original style curtains in Glynnis. And the upholstery, hopefully we'll get the upholstery done sometime after the show, but before Christmas. So yes, if you're going to the NEC Motorhome and Caravan Show this coming week, I'll be around most of the week, so if you see us, come and say hello, and I'll give you a sticker. And on Saturday I'm going to be gate crashing the meetup with Here We Tow, and that's at 12:30 at the Freedom to Go Theatre stand. Anyway, keep an eye on social media, and I'll put something in the YouTube community page as well. for this channel. So I hope to see some of you maybe next Saturday. You can get a sticker from us. That would be good. That'd be exciting. Be worth going to Birmingham for that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this random little vlog. As ever, if you did, you know what to do. Please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you don't already. It just leaves me to say, from Dougal, who's with my mum, and from me, thanks for tuning in. It's really not the same without Dougal, is it? Oh, it's a nice cup of tea, that.